All right then. Okay, now as we are entering the class, let's get ready with your note-taking devices and the graphic organizing. While we are entering the class, let's be ready with your note-taking device and your graphic organizers. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
I think we are all set. We have joined from laptop. I can see all of you there in one frame. And let's just, ensure that we are there to interact, right? So don't worry, keep yourself off mute. We can talk whenever you have any question. Just feel free to say. Just all of us are only here, so feel free, okay? And yes, so let's get started. So a question for you, Tia, to start with. What do you see on the screen? Can you read this out loud?
Become a confident public speaker.
Wow. And I like how confidently you read it out. Very good. So what do you mean by a confident public speaker, Tia?
Why we mean by a confident public speaker, like we can speak confidently in front of public, in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's correct. Like without any hesitation and just like when we are there out in front of a public, large audience, then also we can speak. Absolutely. Do you want to become a confident public speaker?
Yes, I want to become a confident.
Yes, amazing. All right. So that's why we are here today. And I'm pretty sure that towards the end of the class, you would have created something of your own. We'll come to what that is and also present it in front of everyone. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I know, ma'am, we spoke on phone, right, earlier. So I know you know me. Let me quickly introduce myself for everyone. So my name is Ishita, and I'm your learning buddy, Tia, for today. I will help you learn. We are going to have a lot of fun here today. That's why buddy. And for your parents, I will be helping both of you to identify Tia's strength today. Okay, like what is it that she already has, and how can we just leverage those skills so that she becomes that confident public speaker. Yeah. And yes, I welcome all of you to this session, and looking forward to have a lot of fun learning time. Two things that I'm going to request all of us here to operate with. Tia, can you read out the first one, please?
Okay. Speak up. Ask, share.
Yes. So what do you think speak up means?
It means that we should speak and interact with you.
Yes, definitely interact with me. And how we will do that is whenever, we have an idea, we will share it with everyone. And wherever you have a question, you want to ask a doubt, feel free to ask it. Or even if not a doubt, you are curious to learn something, then also ask a question. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. And second one, let's ask your mom to read. Yes, Ms. Anuradha, can you read the second one, please?
Yeah. Second one is high energy. Use hands, face, eyes, and voice at all times.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like energy in the room is already high, so I'm loving that. Let's, maintain that energy throughout so that we can have all the fun. And one request that whenever we are speaking, you would have seen me that I'm using my hands, I'm making some expressions, right? So whenever we are speaking, I would want all of us to try to use our hands, our face, our eyes, and voice effectively at all times. Can we do that?
Yes.
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 Amazing. Love it. Okay. Okay. Now you know something about me, right? I would want you all to also introduce yourself. So let's try with first Tia. So Tia, here are some of the sentences. You can use these sentences to, share a bit about yourself, and then we'll also hear from your parents.
Okay. My name is Tia Agarwal.
Mm-hmm.
I am 11 years old.
Okay.
I am in grade 6.
Nice. Okay.
In my free time, I I like to do drawing,
Oh, nice. Okay. And
and I like to do Python.
Python. Are you serious? You know Python coding?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm learning it.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. I tried learning coding when I was young, and I was like, oh my God, what is all these things? Sometimes the syntax would go wrong and something or the other would happen. Does that happen with you also? You're like, do you, are you always correct with your syntax, or you're,
Sometimes it happens
sometimes it happens? Then how do you solve it?
by rechecking the code again.
Nice. I feel like you must be very patient then, because it requires a lot of patience. And that is also telling me one more thing about you, that you are very careful, maybe, because coding also requires attention to detail. So that's interesting, Tia. Is that correct, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. See, so something that I wasn't when I was young. That's why I can identify this in Tia. Great. Thank you so much, Tia. Maybe, you can teach me Python, and I can also learn something from you in our classes. All right. Okay. And now I would request both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, to also, introduce yourselves and just a little bit about why you are here. What would you want for Tia?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. My name is Manish Arya, and I work for Publicis Sapient. I am a tech professional.
Oh,
That's
amazing.
why my daughter has an inclination towards the coding.
I can
Uh,
see where it is coming from.
so I'm here because I want my child to be not just confident in public speaking, but feel confident within, so that she can express herself at any given platform, be it a social platform, be it a chat with friends, and in a social circle or in a small circle, she can express herself freely. I can
Amazing.
help my child by all I know is coding and IT. So all I can help her with that. But certainly, I'm looking forward for you to take care of my child so that she can be confident in the public.
Definitely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think, as you rightly mentioned, like these are the skills that are required in today's world. And I really liked how you mentioned, like, not just confidence from outside, but within, and that also means that Tia should be comfortable with who she is and get able to express in the outside world. Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Manish. And Ms. Anuradha, would you also want to share?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Anuradha, and I am a manager working with a company, and
Amazing.
I'm here because I want my child to become definitely a public speaker, and
Mhm.
yes, she is very good in imagination.
Oh,
So if you give any word to her, so she can express herself. But I want that to explore more in herself. So I can help my child by supporting her in each and everything. So obviously, being a mother, I can support her. So
That's the biggest thing the parents can do, like just supporting them in whatever they want to be, whoever they want to be. So that's the most important thing. And okay, now I see why she also likes to draw. You said, like, she's very creative and has good imagination.
yes.
Interesting. So wow, Tia, I'm learning so much about you even when I'm talking to your parents.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So let me, also share some quick context. I know both of you were asking that, why you both have to be here. So let me now share the reason. Of course, I said that, we will be having activities where both of you would also be engaged. But at the same time, we will also, like two things that we will be doing specifically for both of you is one, share Tia's unique strengths and future opportunities via Planet Spark. And B, we would also be guiding you on, how can we personalize Tia's learning path. We believe a lot on personalization of the learning process in order to ensure that, whatever that goal that you just shared with me, that you want for Tia, how can we achieve that goal? Yeah, so this is what we will be doing throughout the session. And of course, towards the end, we will have detailed discussion. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, not
Not yet.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Okay then. Did you notice how this section was designed to help everyone know each other? So let's have a brief look at its components. Number one was setting of expectations. This is to ensure that the parents join the session too with the student and also understand the purpose of it. Number two were the introductions. Now this is the part where you get to know each other by giving introductions. Please note that as we are asking the parent to join the session, it is important that we invite them to share as well. This is going to help to keep them engaged in the session. And the last one was the agenda. After the introduction, you need to briefly share what we would be doing in the demo session. All right now, did you also notice the teacher's actions? Good job. So let's quickly debrief. Let's pause this video and share the teacher's actions. Do not forget to call out how the teacher used her body language, voice, and the other things that she said or did. Okay, so I observed the following. So related to the body language, I saw her consistently smiling. She changed her facial expressions consistently according to the context. For example, when the student said Python, the teacher said, "Wow," and gave a surprised and a proud look. She consistently maintained an eye contact. She used frequent hand gestures as well. Now let's talk about the voice. She used different tones to express her excitement. So while sharing the agenda, she emphasized on important keywords as well. She maintained a decent volume and used a polite voice throughout the session. Now let's discuss the other things that she said or did which helped her to build relationship in the class. She also added personal touch by responding to what parents and the child were saying. For example, when Tia mentioned about Python, she added how she was also trying to learn coding but she struggled. She also asked follow-up questions. She invited parents to share, keeping them engaged. And most importantly, she called out the child's name frequently. Amazing! Now, remember our ground rule? Well, so here is your first activity in this course. Let's assume you have entered a demo class with a child named Priya. Now you have to welcome the child in your class and ask the child to introduce herself. Remember to add a personal touch while facilitating. And most importantly, don't forget to show your excitement with the help of your expressions, gestures, and your voice. So are you ready? Time to pause the video and let's get started. Good attempt. Remember, your first few minutes of the class is going to set the tone and hence it is important to start strong.